so we're doing some more trendy tattoos here, and I think there's some different stuff in here today. And this Free the Nipple one here in particular, I kind of like this just because like it's a good display of like what it's going to be like to tattoo the nipple, right? And like this is almost educational. Right, because like the nipple line is all wonky, right? Like, and also it's thinner. Like, it's probably not going to be as black in the end.
Right. Oh yeah, like the lines going over top of the nipple.
The whole line on the nipple is likely to be a little bit lighter in places.
Probably gonna need a touch up.
There'll probably be some spots that are like, you know, like pretty good, and then there'll be some other spots that are a little thinner and a little grayer. And I've never had my nipples lined over. I've had my nipples mag shaded 8 times, but a liner will hit deeper than a mag, especially if you're just trying like tiny formation like this, right? Like, so it will be decently black, but I've pretty much never seen, and I've had some, by the way, before I run into an issue here, I've had some people say, oh, my nipples were done great in one session. And then I seen them and I was like,
no.
Sure they were.
Right.
Yeah, as long as you like them. But if you're looking for them to be solid black, typically, if they don't lighten up right away, they will lighten up in a little time.
And then the weirdest things seem to make them go lighter,
well,
which you've run into.
Yeah, when I pierced my nipples for the 3rd time, they started to like kind of degenerate back, almost like they were being lasered. But I've seen even like some bodysuits that Hood has done, where they're like full black. And this is a guy who's doing blackout every day, and they're not the same black as the rest of the body.
Well, and you always say that they're like kind of like a knuckle.
Yeah,
the
they
skin
are.
is kind of like knuckle skin.
But like in a big black suit, having like that difference in your nipples, it almost makes them look this like the same problem as not tattooing them,
Right?
Which is frustrating.
It's such a sad thing.
It's very frustrating, and I've had people like low-hanging fruit people go, did you highlight your nipples with white? Because they have like a gray look sometimes, and especially in the sunlight or something. And it's very annoying.
Yeah,
because most people have no idea, right?
Yeah,
But,
you've done them 8 times.
Yeah,
Guys.
well, mine aren't that now. They're good, but yeah, no, this one's a fun idea.
I think this is
I wanted
funny.
to mention like the idea of using the hands is like, you know, there's a little creature in here, and
He's like, let me out.
and obviously it's a meta joke, right? And I don't want to take emphasis off of the meta joke that they're making here, but no one's freeing the nipple. And me saying nipple in the 30 seconds and repeatedly throughout this video is probably going to hinder its reach.
Yeah, and probably the fact that there is a nipple on the screen,
To be
male or female, I don't think it matters
The
anymore.
algorithms that run these websites they're designed to limit the reach potential of anything that has a nipple in it of a woman. However, there are some issues with that. Namely, it can't always tell, especially if it's a very large man, what is a female breast or a male breast.
Yeah.
And I don't even think there should be an issue either way, because there's all kinds of fucking porn on these websites anyway. Corn, sorry. However, there are women that get away with it by pretending to breastfeed as well. So if you're really wanting to show off your nipples, get some reach, have a fake baby suckling on your nipple.
No, don't do that.
No, I've seen it. It's
I know,
crazy.
It's just like, don't.
It's insane, the
we,
stuff
we,
that...
we actually do. I think we should free the nipple. I think that it
Well,
shouldn't be.
it's to me, it's like there's porn everywhere anyway. Any idiot with half a clue can find a nipple if he wants to see one. Who the fuck are we trying to convince or fucking impress with this bullshit?
Yeah.
And then we won't have to have these OnlyFans girls pretending to have breastfeeding dolls. It's fucking stupid.
Right.
It's insane. Let's just get on with it.
All right.
If your life is set up in a way that you can't control yourself at the sight of a nipple, you've got more problems than nipples.
I mean, they're like, that's the thing though is,
Holy fuck.
Guys, gals, everybody has like their own sort of preferences, and people are able to control themselves when they see, you know,
Everything
like,
has been
bums
fetishized.
and tight jeans and whatever. Yeah, like whatever their
What are
thing
we
is.
talking about?
So like if that percentage of the population is able to control themselves over like, you know, tight bum jeans, then you should be able to control yourself over the nipple.
Dude,
Therefore, let's have faith in
the
humanity.
minute I encountered Asian baby man on Instagram about 7 or 8 years ago, I thought,
Oh yeah.
yeah, there's someone for everyone. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Like, the guy was cleaning up.
Yeah.
Cleaning up. Getting donations, and fucking people are probably enjoying themselves to his content. You know, it's like, there's way weirder shit out there than some fucking nipples.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty stupid.
Anyways.
Yeah. So we got another one of these
Gap
anatomical
tattoos.
and this one I really don't like.
Ain't that bad.
This is an example of where this joke begins to fall apart for me. I really don't like the script chosen. I understand it's supposed to be trippy and
Yeah.
whatever, but even when the leg is closed, it's not that readable.
I mean, this would have been hard to stencil, and I just don't think that it was worth the... I just don't think it was worth it.
Can you imagine stenciling this?
That would have been really hard to stencil, and the end result, I honestly don't know that it would be worth it.
The thing is this person probably does script tattoos every day.
This probably took this person longer to stencil than it took them to tattoo.
I don't know about that, but it probably did take them quite a while to stencil. The thing is like rarely people do this for the first time. So this person has probably done a few of these and probably has a good method to doing them, and it's incredibly clean and well done.
Very clean, yes.
Right? Like the joke is very well executed. I just think the joke is it's almost like we get to this like jumping the shark thing, and some things sooner than others, and I think that this idea of like playing with the anatomy, it can be fun and clever at times, but sometimes it's just outright stupid. And like this one is so far the worst one of these I've seen. Like, I don't like the look of it at all.
Yeah,
the visual of it is terrible.
My least favorite for sure.
And again, it's very well done, and to each their own. You can cover yourself in these stupid fucking things if you want. Lord knows I have. I've got work that people hate. I get hate on for everything I have, but you couldn't pay me to wear one of these. You could not. You couldn't probably put a gun to my head to get one of these.
Oh, goodness.
But then again, I do have the superpower of understanding that I can get whatever stupid fucking tattoo I want, and we can cover it with something else anyway, so it's not really that big of a problem.
You got the patience.
Yeah, if you got the patience.
And some fundage.
And some fundage doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our next one is
Mr.
fresh
Sticker.
versus healed?
Yeah, so this guy has, he's got an extensive library of these. This is one of the more, like, not trendy. The word that I'm looking for is this one is a little less risky than a lot of the ones that he's done. And for whatever reason, like, this guy, and not to get into the character of the guy, because I've had some people tell me some stories about him, and I don't know anything about any of that, and I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't care about he said, she said bullshit about this guy. I've not had any interactions with him, but whatever. His tattoos are pretty popular, and whenever he posts one of these, the same malcontents that doubt everything that I'm doing, I'm sure it's the exact same people. If you were to look at
This is not going to look good in 2 years.
Yeah, if you were to look at comment history, I bet you a lot of the same culprits are showing up on his pages.
Oh, probably.
You know what I mean? They've got about half a brain, and it's bleeding out of their ear by the moment.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had no doubt that this would heal well. I don't even know why he needs to come out with this
I just
statement.
feel like it needs a little bit of lotion on the healed one, and it's perfect.
Well, it's also like it's healed, sure, and it's healed exactly as I thought it would. Not that I've seen the first one prior, but like it's not like this. This should be a surprise to no one.
No,
it's also worse lighting too.
Yeah.
Whenever you're doing these fresh ones, you've always got the best light on it.
Always.
Right? Like he probably working with like polarized lens or something and whatever. I mean, you can hate on him for that. But you can also realize that fucking everyone is doing it. And it's usually a black and gray guy. that's doing all of his photos in the back room with a polarized lens that will comment, "I'd like to see that healed." And it's like, you think your fucking sleeve's gonna look like that? It's glowing.
It doesn't even look like it does because
It's
you're
glowing,
using the
you
polarized
fucking
lens.
donkey. It's glowing.
I don't.
How many black and gray sleeves do you see where they look illuminated?
I know. I don't photo my tattoos very well. That's like my New Year's resolution goal is to be better.
I mean, if it's a good tattoo, it's a good tattoo. I'm not overly concerned with it, but I also understand that everyone is doing that.
Yep.
And, like, I could make all of my shit look way better. Like, we'd be sitting here, there could be a polarized lens on me right now, and every color would be standing out better. It's true. Like,
Yeah.
if we just grabbed a polarized lens.
I know.
So, it's like, but you have to understand that pretty much everyone in this industry is doing that. And this is not that complicated.
It's kind of the industry standard.
He's done everywhere where there's white, he has shaded around with black. So
Yeah.
I get from that alone, it's like, why would you even question this?
No, this is very nice. It's nice. I don't know why you would think this wouldn't heal well.
But they do. All of his sticker tattoos, he was the big one that started this trend of these like sticker kind of and now they've taken it and people do those patch-looking tattoos
Yeah,
and stuff.
those don't heal well from
But
what I've
it's-
seen.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a way, right? And I'd have to look
Someone
at a
send me
particular
one.
one.
Yeah.
Anyway, this doesn't surprise me at all. I'm not surprised, and I'm sure in 5 years it'll look the same.
Oh, I'm sure it will too.
And then someone will ask to see it in 20 years.
Yeah, and you know,
So-
eventually its color. It might need a bit of a touch up,
Well,
but I
everything
mean,
could use a touch up.
that's just the way it goes. This one looks like it would have been held a stencil too.
I don't know about that. I don't think that would be hard to stencil at all. There's not really that much magic going on here. Right? You put your stencil on outside of the lines of the collarbone, right?
I'm also surprised
I think
that
the collarbone's actually a good line to
yeah, I
mark
use
off
it for
of.
script all the time. I'm surprised that I haven't seen anybody come in here to get this tattoo.
This is hard to do in a way that works. Like,
Yeah.
look at all the tiny scales in there. And this is very, very nice. This is a little drop shadow everywhere. It's
Yep.
very well executed.
Beautifully done.
This is one of those things that most people think is very easy.
No, this would
Because
be
it's
hard.
like they'll come in for this kind of thing for like a walk-in. But this is not something that a beginner level tattooer is capable of in this way.
Not this
Like,
well.
you could do a version of it, but it wouldn't be as nice. Yeah, I mean, this is an example of anatomy play that I do like. I think he should do his other clavicle too. I mean, because if you're not going to get into large scale, this is a perfectly nice little small scale
Yeah.
tattoo, right?
It's
This
cute.
is, and it suits and it looks like it's coming out of his collarbone.
Yeah.
Right, like it's.
The only thing that breaks the illusion is the placement of the tail.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird.
It busts the illusion. That's my only nitpick. Is it just like I don't know. It just doesn't feel quite right.
But as far as this one versus that other one
Yeah.
earlier for anatomy play, I like this one
Me too.
a lot more.
Me too.
But yeah. And then finally we have some cats.
Ah, the little cat tattoo.
A whole bunch of cat tattoos. And can you imagine being at a place in your career as a tattooer where like it's like you look at your calendar and it's like
Another cat.
another cat. Like it's literally like, oh, tomorrow I'm doing 3 cats, and then Thursday I do 4 cats, and then Friday I've got 2 cats. Oh, I got a really big cat on Saturday. Right?
But there
Like,
are artists that kind of build.
oh, for sure.
And it's like there's artists that do ghosts every day, and
Yeah,
you know?
I think like when you get really, really particular, it could probably get pretty boring.
probably.
A lot of the artists in this city, because we're in a like small city, so you have to kind of be like versatile. It forces you to be a bit of a jack of all trades. Getting really, really into one thing it's not a no-no here, but it's not as easy to do because you need to be very, very famous so that you find yourself having people travel to you for that thing.
Yeah, like I in this city, like I would hate to be trying to be a good neo-trad artist.
Oh, I don't think so at all. There's just tons of them.
But
In fact, it's like one of the most common
But
things.
trying to be a new one, because I think the old ones
It's a
are really
saturated
established,
market, yeah.
right? Like, and same with like the trad tattoos in this city. There's like one shop that does good trad tattoos, maybe 2. and then that's where you go.
Well, it's all you can find in this city really is trad and black and gray.
Yeah.
Like that's all that anyone's advertising.
Well,
So that's
there's
what's
no roof
made
for anything else.
that's what's made Terry a bit of a big dick in the black work thing, because it's like, and not because he's doing it. Like for a while there, I was running his page and I was curating it mostly in that direction. Mm-hmm. But like he's not even really saying that he does it. He just has me as a fucking advocate constantly, right? So like people will book in with him because he's doing my work.
Yeah.
Right. And so he's kind of constantly got like an olive branch to that black work stuff. Mm-hmm. And otherwise, a lot of people have no idea where to get that style. Like we had a guy travel here from the States the other day.
Yeah. Well, and then there was, it was really nice. One of the other shops sent a guy down for a blackout cover up.
Yeah.
On something that he didn't
But like the minute that Terry and I stop working together, it's pretty much just like whoever's doing my work is going to be getting that traffic. And that's not to take away from the work he's done either. It's just like a lot of people have no idea where to go for those things unless someone is like putting that out there, right?
Saying like, I go to
yeah,
for this.
well, they need like, because they're not going to do all the legwork to figure it out.
No.
Like, who wants to go into 9 shops and be like, is there anyone in here who wants to tattoo a photorealistic penis on me? But there is a niche for that.
Right.
There are some artists that are doing that style high level.
I want to talk about some of these cats, please.
Do you have a favorite?
Anxiety cat's kind of cool.
I like the one that's pooping the dog's water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably my favorite.
I don't like any of these like wine ones because I'm not part of that world.
Yeah, no,
I think
I think Toaster Cat is cool.
Cat with the heart's funny.
I think Jacked Cat that's working out is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Oh.
They're all really cool and they're all really like quick.
Cat in the Trash Can's my favorite.
But like,
or How to Be Nice.
This person could probably make a living just doing this.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Right, and you know what? I like this more than like, and not to take a shot at frogs because I like frogs, but I like this more than the frog thing because it's a little more like, it's a little more different because you don't see as many cat tattoos.
But this is the same as the ghost thing. Like there's like sheet ghost tattoos. They're really popular right now. And these little black cats are kind of the same idea.
I just had someone send me the one where the one sheet ghost is sucking off the other sheet ghost. You seen this one?
Oh, no.
She's on her knees. She's in a ghost. And yeah, there's another ghost. I've seen that one like 20 times.
That one's funny. I had a client yesterday show me that they had a tattoo of a sheet ghost, but it was actually the tattoo artist that did it. It was actually a dick. And the kid, like, he didn't realize it.
Well, that happens all the time.
He didn't realize it until he had left. Because it was a sheet ghost, but it was also a dick. And then he was a little upset about it, and they wouldn't fix it or change it.
Of course not.
They told him they couldn't take off the wrap.
Yeah, well, there's a guy that's in with Rick right now who has some armor on him.
Yeah.
And there's like 5 penises in that.
Ugh.
Like it's not even subtle. It's like dick, big dick, like dicks everywhere. It's like, holy shit, man.
I know.
Like fuck me.
I've sat down and I've asked the girls before, is this tattoo too phallic? Like,
I don't know why it's such a thing, but it's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a lot of vaginas in tattoos. People have noticed a couple of vaginas on me.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right? Like there's at least 3 that I can think of right now. So I mean, I don't know what it is, but I think it's because humans are just so fucking horny. Apparently, we can't even look at a nipple, as evidenced by the earlier tattoo. We're always thinking about dicks and pussies. Seems like.